You made me laugh so hard with the late thing. That's so funny.
Yo,
that is so good.
Guys, welcome back to the Chillin' with Villains podcast, episode 156. And today we're here with our guy, Gil Perez-Abraham. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, yo? What's up, yo? Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thanks for coming on. I know it's a nice Saturday. I know you probably got some things to take care of, right? Run some errands, because that's what everybody does on Saturdays for the most part. So we appreciate, you taking a little bit of time to come through and chill.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. We passionate about the movie, so we got that comment.
He got the shirt. Look, Mark got the shirt repping.
I got the Batman shirt on, baby. Come on.
Repping.
We're repping today.
Yo, so for whoever doesn't recognize him because he don't got the bigote, right? He don't got the mustache.
Yeah.
For those that don't recognize, is Officer Martinez from the Batman. So what's going on, man? Talk to us.
Yo, man. I mean, it's been a wild ride. Obviously, the last couple weeks. I'm not really I'm not into like the whole paying like paying for followers and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But the organic kind of like movement that's happened has been like sort of wild. I've been I'm trying to respond to as many people as possible because I don't know but Latinos are like coming out, yo, and like I get these messages from like my cousin's friend's cousin in Caracas. And he's like, yo, I met your cousin one time. He was like, and that one time he told me that you were an actor. And I always knew you were going to make it from that moment that your cousin's friend's cousin told me you were going to be an actor. And I'm like, yo, and honestly, I'm responding back like, yo, all love, man. I always felt that love from you. Thank you.
I remember. Yeah.
Yo, but
I'm like, dude. I'm like, yo, I remember you, bro. Like, you kicked the ball so high once in like first grade. Like, we were playing kickball, and you kicked it the furthest. Like, I do remember you.
That's what I knew.
Like, that was you.
He's gonna be in the Batman, man.
So
he's gonna do it.
All of these people are in the theater, and they're that Leo DiCaprio meme. When they see him on screen, they're like, "Oh, esto es."
Yeah.
Esto es.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's awesome, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's been kind of exciting because. I mean, kind of for me, like I actually studied political science, but I went to college kind of wanting to get into community organizing. Like I was on that kind of like Obama was like my like greatest hero type movement when I was 16, 17, 18.
Felt that.
And like the acting thing just kind of like caught me by surprise. But as far as like getting into it, it's always been so important to me to complicate how people see Latinos in our country, to be a part of the future kind of Latino movement that people like Oscar Isaac are at the forefront of. Mm-hmm. And so the last couple of weeks, what surprised me kind of the most was how much Latinos like have been coming out and have been proud. Cause I was nervous, it's like, I'm like, man, I'm representing and I'm riding for us right now. So it's like, I don't know. It's not like I felt pressure, but I felt the honor of it, and like I was like, I need to make sure that I put on like not for me as an artist, not for the show, the movie, the project, mm-hmm. but like for our people, because it's kind of like it's kind of it feels like a cool moment, and I don't know. It's like all the junketing with like with my Latinos has been really special. It's been really awesome. So like that's how it's been the last couple of weeks. It's like I don't know. I've been kind of spend a couple years like really stressed out, not knowing how the final cut was going to come out, all that stuff. And then all of a sudden now I'm just spending weeks, I don't know, talking to so many Latinos and talking in Spanish, talking in Spanglish, talking with people like from all over the world. And I don't know, for like, I hope that it's a part of some good change we're going to come into.
Absolutely.
That's a long ass answer.
Nah. You hit.
No, but we love it.
Yeah. You hit all the points, man.
100%.
Exactly.
I didn't know you like felt that way. I didn't like. To me, I just like went in. So let me tell you my first interaction with like your character, right? So they had dropped And I was telling Ariel yesterday. So I remember when they started promoting the film, and probably like 2-3 weeks before, they dropped that promo clip where it shows Batman punching
one of the cops.
no, he punched Gordon.
He punched
he punched Gordon.
Yeah.
And so I remember they were having that conversation. He was like, "Oh, the guy with the mustache. Like I saw him at the Iceberg Lounge." So I didn't know, right? Because I didn't have the context. So I didn't know that it was the other homeboy. I thought he was referring to you because you was the only guy with the mustache that I saw like previously.
Oh,
so I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
I'm like, why they got to make the Latino cop crooked? Like, why they got to do that? And it turns out that you weren't. You were actually like the genuine, like, cop, the kind of comedic relief of the film in a sense. Because your interactions with Bruce
Batman,
and with
hilarious.
Batman, which is like dumb funny. It's just like he's like, oh, that's a
I
smart
thought so
idea.
too. You know, it's funny. It's like when I watched it, I was laughing, and like it's like embarrassing, but like for me in the moment, because like I really don't care about anything other than acting. Like I'm not really one of those actors who has like a lot of hobbies and stuff. Like I really just like fuck with acting only, and like
no hobbies,
and like when I was in the movie, I really seriously like thought I was like young Matt Damon in this. Like I thought I was so
okay.
I was like I'm so serious. I'm gonna mess Batman up. I was like I might fuck around and become Batman. like
confirmed.
But so like when I saw it, I was like, yo, dude. I was taking it so serious. I would have never thought it was funny.
So we just completely blew his. He's like, yo, nah, y'all was supposed to take me serious. Like, what do you mean? Like,
no, exactly. It's like people keep telling me especially at the first screening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of the actors that was at the screening turns around and was like, man, you brought so much comedy to the movie. And I was sitting there like, at first I was kind of crestfallen. I was looking down at I was like, this is my opportunity to like show myself as like a young, kind of like an aggressive, focused lead. And then it's like, it landed on me. I was just like, I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot about myself and like how charming it is, I guess, to like put all of your effort into something. And honestly, it was like Robert brought whatever little like darkness he's got inside. He brought all of that. And it's like, I definitely realized I was like, man, it was necessary. It was necessary to be who I was and to keep that safe just in case they call me back.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Because
we
Rob
hope they do.
You. Rob was grilling you.
Yeah, he was grilling him.
Like, he was like, yo, like, I will knock you out right now, dude. Like, you better stop. You better get your hand off me.
He was. And the thing is, like, when we shoot, like, the way Matt shoots, he doesn't, like, really write script directions. So it's not like he wrote that I put my hand on him. It's just, like, when we were first shooting, I was like, yo, I'm going to knock this man down. And, like, part of me is, like, yeah, as, like, part of me is as the actor, as Gil Perez-Abraham, I was like, yo, I'm not letting Robert pass me, bro. I was like, this is my chance right now. I was on my Hamilton shit. Like, I'm not throwing away my shot, yo.
Yeah.
And then, like, on the other side though, like as like Martinez, I was like, yo, dude, like, it's like, well, why we need Batman? Like we got cops.
Exactly.
So it's like when he showed up, I don't know really what came over me, but I was like really in a mood, and I was like, I'm gonna put my hand on this man, bro. I'm getting him out.
And it goes for one of the best shots in the film. I love that. Like that pushback that you're just holding him. Like, yo, mira, espérate.
Yeah. Robert's like, he's deep, a really humble, great actor, really, really like humble presence, but he is deep. And he really like I remember my stomach dropping because like he looked me in the eyes and he kind of like, I don't know, he like flashed his brights with his eyes type thing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, this dude, I was like, I just put a hand on this actor. I think he's actually I think he's about to beat me down.
Yo, he was like, hey mate, what are you doing? It's not part of the script.
Get
your hand off me.
I could feel his eyes kind of like targeting my like Adam's apple and imagining just like
it was like a cobra like attack.
He's tracking you like
Yeah. Like I could see it. And I was like, yo, I better try and hold my ground. I was like, I'm being watched by all these other cops. I was like, but I really hope I hope he moves on because I'm very afraid.
I'm very intimidated right now.
That's really interesting that he kind of would just like wasn't shooting really with the script, and you were just like, all right, like, fuck, I'm just gonna do. Like, I feel like you don't see that like even with like in terms of like cops being like, oh, like with Batman, like it's like, yo, like. You just don't see physical contact like at all. It's like so rare. Yeah. It's like, hey, what? It's more like how Jim Gordon's like the first commissioner before that he got killed in the movie. Like
spoilers, by the way, guys. In case you're listening and haven't watched it.
But it's kind of like how he would react. Where he's like, what the hell's he doing here? You know, and he wouldn't like actually like be talking to him. It kind of just be like. But it's really interesting though, like that he doesn't shoot with script like in scenes like that, and you kind of just seize that moment. That's really dope.
I thought it is rare. I've never worked in like I've always dreamed of working in that way. I mean, really, it's like I love working with playwrights from the ground up, doing off Broadway in New York. That's kind of like my favorite thing to do, and one of the reasons is because like a playwright's generally like they're a lot of times like they're writing these words loosely. And then like the actor just shows up with these words, but then like what comes to you is sort of like what becomes the play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I feel like Matt, in a lot of ways, I don't know in what world he was trying to trust me, but he did indeed allow, like, if you had lines, he allowed you to kind of do your thing and figure out like how you wanted to do the lines. You know what I'm saying? And he was a stickler for the lines to be exactly as he wrote them. But other than that, it's like things, I don't know, things were open, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's funny we were talking about that scene because that was also like the first actual on-camera scene that we shot. Like all of the actors, that was our first, I forget what it's called, but that was our first like on-camera day where the actors were actually being shot. Mm-hmm. And Matt Reeves, he walks over and he's like, all right, he's like, this scene is perfect. He's like, okay, Officer Martinez has put his hands on Batman. And Batman, this young officer has put his hands on you. And Robert's like, yes, he has. And Matt looks at him and Matt literally looks at him like in front of all of us. He's just like, so what do you think Batman would do next?
Oh, damn.
And we're all just sitting there watching this dude, man.
Like, yo, what's he about to say? What's he about to say? Like,
yeah. Yo, and he didn't say anything, man. The dude like slowly walks away. Like really slowly walks away, and then we did the scene 40 times.
Damn.
Yeah.
You did 40 takes of that?
And no lie, he had like 40 different eye flashes, 40 different methods. Like one time he kind of like breathed on me. That was scary.
just blew just fresh hot breath on him.
Said,
like, no.
Blew vengeance on you?
Nah, I know what you mean.
Exactly. No.
Oh
no, he's lagging out.
What?
Oh no.
No, we got him. Oh, okay. He's still here.
You guys see me?
Yeah. It was just a little laggy, yeah.
Matt wanted to see all the different iterations that could exist. So there's one iteration where I think I've had my hand on him for like what felt like 10 minutes, and we got closer and closer. And like, yo, I'm trying to keep my eyes on him, but I kept blinking kind of. It was like, I was kind of like trying not to blink. My eyes were watering.
Like they are right now, like
yeah, I know they're watering right now. Sometimes if I get over caffeinated, I feel like
really.
Okay.
Well, also allergy season.
Yeah, allergy season is upon us.
Yeah,
or I'm kind of hanging. There's a couple shrubs out there.
Yeah.
Yo, springtime be the worst sometimes.
Yeah, springtime be coming from. They're like, oh, you think it's nice outside?
I'm about to start.
Hold that.
I'm about to start sneezing.
Hold that.
I'm about to put my hands on Batman type shit. Like that's how spring making me feel.
I just go assassin mode.
Just go assassin mode. But yo, that's to me, that's something dope. Like, so is that now something that you'll look upon and kind of as an actor now give you more confidence, like going into whatever sort of other projects you get into? Just like the fact that Matt Reeves like, yo, like kind of cook, dude. Like do what you got to do. Like you're gonna take this as an actor's perspective and what you would do in this scenario.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's like I study with a teacher in New York who's kind of like an extension of like the old kind of like the old New York acting studio. like methodology. His name is William Esper. I studied at his studio, and at the school, like I don't know, the training there is kind of like, it's legendary training, and a lot of the work that we did was kind of like coaxing the actor to understand basically like what your bag is, and like to be able to really chase your instinct and kind of be more of an animal and less of a thinker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the way that I kind of dreamed of working. It's the way that I've like tried to train myself to work, and to be able to have that experience as a young actor. I absolutely think it's already changed a lot of my perspectives. And I honestly, like, the things I auditioned for and I'm working to get and I'm working on have been a higher level than the stuff from before. And I don't even think it's because I'm in the movie. It's because of what I learned in the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
fire.
Not just being like, not just being encouraged in the technical sense, but also watching, like specifically watching Robert work. I feel like, I don't know what other ways one can start to try and become a master other than watching masters. And like watching Robert work, I learned so much.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's
dude. I think that's a good perspective to have, right? It's just like we're as human beings, like we need to be open to that, to just constantly learning and learning from people that like are also like, to us in our mind, they're like, wow, this dude has perfected his craft. Yeah. But in Robert's mind, probably he's like, yo, there's still things that I need to work on and I still need to progress on. So it's nice that, you know, you see him that way, and you know, he's constantly always progressing. So now it kind of gives you more motivation to like, okay, great, like I need to get on this level, but there'll never be a point where you're like, I'm perfect at this. Like, I am good at this acting.
Yeah, you have to be a student of the game.
Exactly.
That's you know, that's that Mamba mentality stuff, man. Like, you're just always trying to get yourself better, man. And I love that you mentioned that you said that you have to almost become instinctive when you're acting.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and it's like it's been an interesting path, because I don't like the, I don't know. I think one of the biggest things, like my parents are both immigrants, and like so I'm a first generation. Like, it's one of the biggest things I feel like we have in our country. Let's go, first gen.
First gen out here.
Go to college. Go to school.
I feel like one of the biggest things we have is actually, like you're saying, go to college. Like, we have so many opportunities here to, like, I don't know, in Spanish we say sugerir, right? Like, we have so many opportunities to like to go to work forward, to think forward. And I don't know, it's like the forever student thing is important. And I feel like that's a sign of my privilege in some ways, like is that I can be forever student.
So we have kind of the best of both worlds, right? Where we come from humble beginnings because of our parents' roots, but that they've given us enough. They've given us more than enough to be able to be like, hey, like, you now have a multitude of opportunities, unlike we did. You have an opportunity to really be spoiled, because in a sense they did, at least I'm speaking from my own experience, right? Where I do feel incredibly spoiled by my parents. Like, they really have like spoiled me, and in the best way possible, because I'm forever A, grateful for that, and B, exactly like what you're talking about. Like, I'm just like, okay, great. They've given me this platform where now I can become more and do more and really perfect a certain craft. And the fact that you're saying things like, hey, I don't have any hobbies. Like, acting is my shit. That is my hobby. That is my life. It kind of feels like, hey, all my eggs are in this basket. Like, again, relating it back to Kobe, where he said that there's no plan B. Like, this is the plan.
I definitely feel like there's no plan B. And that's kind of one of the things, is I feel like when you, like, because I have that ability to strive forward, because my parents built that. And I agree with you. It's like, I saw the difficulties my parents went through when they were my age compared to the things that I'm going through. Like their problems were like in the micro and macro sense so much bigger than like these kind of like little dramas that I have going on. And or even like the professional dramas that seem so important to me, but like really in the grand scale, right? Or just like a day in the life of. And I don't know. I feel like my goal generally is to try and like use that to then be able to be like the most instinctual instrument, like the sharpest tool available. Because I kind of feel like we're at a weird crossroads in the entertainment industry where like things can go one way or another. and we need more artists that are trying to put themselves out there in like in an ugly in a whatever way, or even in this little case where like I thought I was being super serious, but I was actually being funny. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, just like I feel like it's not cool to not try, and I'm like really, really, really just trying to be about like, I don't know. I am kind of a trier. I feel like Martinez is definitely sort of like a trier. And I feel like trying hard is important. It's like we've inherited the ability to try really hard and see the merits of our tries.
Damn,
yeah, man.
Just spitting.
Yeah, for real, man. Like, and the thing is that, especially in an industry where the representation is like, is not as there's no variety really.
As it should be.
Because like, you know how like, por ejemplo, like you mentioned like Oscar Isaac and you know, Pedro Pascal, you know what I'm saying? Like to say the least, you know what I'm saying? Like from the guys that are currently active and are out there. I fucking love that I saw somebody that looked like me and probably speaks just like how I speak on screen and stuff like that.
And wasn't a criminal.
Exactly. Like, and it wasn't a criminal. Like you out here like really kind of talking and fucking with Batman in a sense. Like that shit was lit, like hearing you say that. And even when you kind of helped him out, like, oh, like I know that tool. My uncle's a carpenter. Like,
yeah,
like, he uses that shit sometimes, and I'm like, oh shit, this is lit. He's helping.
Like
him
this
out.
dude, like this dude actually cracked Riddler's coat. Like that shit's lit. Like
I feel like that's like I feel like that also shows kind of like a shift in the way that we're being seen, kind of like by like the current kind of like powers that be.
Yeah,
I feel like that shows that Matt has like a very interesting eye in the sense that he's presenting to you the idea that like, even though Batman is like incredible, you know, and even though Gordon is the leader, and like even though all these people have these things, Batman still at the end of the day needs like the blue collar middle class cop.
Right.
That like Riddler calls Batman dumb, and then the cop maybe that would seem dumb is the one that provides the thing. It's a very kind of like it's an interesting, like humbling kind of like moral message, I feel like. Where like, and it ties into, I think the movie has a lot of messaging in that way, in that vein of like everybody has something to offer regardless of how they seem.
Yeah. I'm gonna read a quote here, a quote that you said, you know, when I was doing my research. So you said, "I wonder, what will my father think when he reads the credits at the end of the film? This is the first time that Gotham looks like Gotham because Gotham is based on a city like those very big multicultural ones. So having that multiculturalism in the project makes the film very special and is going to inspire a lot of people, especially these days."
Let's go.
and to be honest, like I've kind of felt that, like, so in watching the film, right, I'm like, I think this is the most Gotham has felt like Gotham in the sense like, yo, this
is the most diverse Gotham ever.
It literally became a cesspool at the end of the film, right?
Yeah.
But regardless of that, and taking into consideration, like, right, like, you can see the very many different like faces of Gotham, like the very different people that you'll see walking in New York City.
Exactly, it makes sense. It fits in because especially when I saw all the different varieties and you know of the officers that were there, and even look at the mayor, bro. The shorty that was running for mayor, like that's great. That's great, and it didn't feel forced. That's another thing. A lot of times, directors or these studios, they feel like they need to shoehorn a certain minority into a role, like just because. Like at least Matt made it organic, where it's just like, hey, this is just what it is. Like there's no happening. Like that's what's going on. Like that's that, and I'm glad
it made sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like a studio being like, hey, look at us, we're
progressive.
You know, we're progressive. Like it's
exactly.
It just felt so organic with this movie, like. And I think that was a lot of the like, and you know, you see, obviously the mayor, and then
Gordon,
Catwoman,
Selena,
like, and you start seeing these things, and you're like, man, like it's like nice to see that all these minorities are kind of like, they're just natural, like they're just naturally good, which is like just so awesome to see.
And also on top of that, like nobody is a caricature of themselves.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at least back in the 90s, if a cop was helping Batman and he was Latino, like they would either made him like a Mexican dude or something, or a Puerto Rican guy. Like Batman, he's over there or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be really silly.
Like,
you know?
I know.
Go
exactly.
Ahead.
No, I completely agree. I feel like that's those subtle shifts though, like those are like subtle shifts that we notice that I think are signs that we're going in the right directions. Because like, I mean, even then it's like we all watched movies growing up. It was like, I don't know, when you watched a movie, like if there was ever a small role, they were definitely not casting a person of color. Like they were just casting like whatever up and coming new, you know, I don't know. I hate to say white Caucasian, but
that's what it is,
whatever,
bro.
like whatever up and coming white Caucasian actor there was. Like I feel like every Russian, English, Scottish, like every single type, they got their shot.
Yeah,
they got their shot on the small roles. It's like all over movies. You always see, you're like, oh man, that small role, like you know, could have been a start for a person of color or a continuation for someone who's not. So I feel like that shows a marked shift. And I agree with you. It wasn't contrived, but from what I've understood, like Matt grew up with a lot of Latinos. Also, Matt's assistant and a couple people on his team are Latinos. So like Matt's kind of riding with Latinos.
Yo, let's go, man, bro.
Yeah.
Matt is the
Actually, when we were in the last scene, like he would kind of like walk up to me on some like, because I was always kind of like half. You know, I was always really excited to see him.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't really see him as like the Matt Reeves. I see him as like a guy that believes in me. So it's like I was always really excited to see him kind of like a big brother type joint. Like him and Dylan Clark, producer. I like really felt like, man, these dudes are my big brothers. Like and they're good men. And like I'd be excited to see him. And I walk up to him in the final scene once, and my man started talking to me in some Spanish. I'm not even gonna hold you. No, he was talking about some Spanish. He said he spoke Spanish. Like he said he spoke a lot of Spanish.
Damn.
Wow. Nah, hold on.
Let me find out.
Hold on.
Yo, where's Matt Reeves
Mateo?
from, bro?
Matt Reeves.
Yeah, no, Matt Reeves he's 100% ally.
Confirmed. Yo, if I'm not mistaken, Rockefeller Center, bro. Nassau County, New York.
Oh, come on, man.
There you go.
Matt is de lo mío, bro.
So
confirmed.
wait, Gilberto, you are originally from wait, what you
He
say?
said Matt is de lo mío.
Yeah.
Yo, so you're originally from Baltimore, correct?
Yeah.
So when did you sort of transition over to New York? Was that at a young age?
I moved from Baltimore to Kansas actually first.
Damn,
and I lived in Kansas. Yeah, and I lived in Kansas for a while, and Kansas was wild.
I'm sure it was, bro.
Yeah, that place is wild. I mean, it's like I don't know. It's really interesting because being a young person in like the rural area of the country, especially a young person of color, I feel like that's probably the reason why I'm an actor type joint. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but at the same time, I kind of look back on it and I'm like, wow, it's I don't know, very, 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 very interesting experiences, challenging experiences. And then I came back to New York. I'm 30 right now, so 10 years ago, I was about to turn 21, and I was hell bent on getting back to the East Coast because, of course, it's like once I left Baltimore, I was like, man, I'm trying to get back home. I was trying to get back home. You know, it's like I think us East Coasters, we have a different kind of like mentality on the country. We have a different kind of view on it, and of course, it's like there's a lot of our cultures represented here on the East Coast.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I like auditioned for a play. I got here with my brother, and I told him I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna book something, man, and I ain't leaving this city." And my brother's like, "All right, dude." He's like, "I'm gonna ride with you." So we came to New York, and sure enough, like it's like I went to an audition for a Shakespeare play, and I got it that day. So I called my parents. Like, "Yo, I'm finna drop out of college.
I'm back in the city.
Yeah.
I'm sitting
yeah, like I'm coming home, dude. Like, put the Diddy track on."
I'm coming home.
Wait, but how did your parents take it though? Like when you said like, "Yo, I'm dropping out." Like,
no me jodas.
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying?
No, yeah, they were already on some like anti-acting type energy. Like they were definitely like so. My dad was on some like you should be a doctor or a lawyer.
Oh, okay, the usual.
Like, he was on some like you should be one of those two things, or he said at least an engineer. I was like, bro, I didn't even pass college algebra. I didn't even pass algebra 1.
I failed.
Like algebra 1, I was cheating off Roger Spelling.
Yo, shout out to Roger Spelling, bro.
Yo, Roger Spelling.
Dude, shout out to Roger. That That was my boy in Coach Bird's class. But no, on for real, it's like
shout out Coach Bird.
my dad was like, he's like, be anything you want to be in the world, man. He's like, except the actor, bro. Like he was really on that. Like, and then he kind of changed. He was like, all right, so first he's like, look, man, and this is all like, but this is also, mind you, like I'm pulling out my own student loans. Like my parents were just kind of like coercive controlling me into getting into debt and paying, because like it's not like they're paying for it. Like that's like the weird Latino. That's that weird Latino John. Like they're not paying for any of it, but they're somehow coercively controlling me into doing it.
Yep. It is weird.
And so that's why I say I went to go study political science. So like whatever, man, I'll go study this stuff. And you know, it's like I was on the low at the University of Kansas has this on the low kind of like acting program in conjunction with this English program at RADA. And so I was learning a lot, getting kind of mentored by these English teachers, these older English dudes who, like, I don't know, they were super, super into the kids at KU because there was like Latino kids, black kids. And like, I don't think they have that many, like, I don't think they were so multicultural at their schools in London. So I don't know. My parents didn't really know about any of all that. So they were definitely very surprised when all of a sudden I was like, I'm going to stay here, do a play for $100 a week. And like, and I told my dad, I was like, it's my dream come true. He was like, that was your dream?
Yo, like, violated for no reason.
No, but it's true. There's this strange kind of there's this strange mentality that you know, some immigrant parents, like in regards to their first generation kids, like they have this expectation of us. Like, yo, we came from the dirt, bro. Like, you gotta put on.
Yep.
Like, you gotta whatever the top of the line is out here. Exactly.
Yeah,
like
doctors, lawyers.
Lo que sea. Like, he's like, look, que sea doctor,
que sea.
Dyson. Exactly. You gotta be the man out here. But
they really put us on a pedestal.
Yeah,
dude.
but that's
like,
the thing.
Now that I think about it, I'm like,
but they do that. Like, they do that with good intention. But but the manner of which they go about it sometimes can be toxic.
Right,
in a
like
sense.
you're wild.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because like I tell my mom what I'm doing, and she's just like, I mean,
I guess.
A ti te están pagando. Yeah, she was like, a ti te están pagando, and I'm like, bro, like. I mean, I love what I do. Like, hopefully it gets to that point where it's lucrative, but like...
That's why I feel like we need to be the generation, right? Like, our age group right now needs to be the generation that changes that, like, with our future, like, kids, our future generation. Because, like, yo, like, great. Like, you know, you come from an immigrant family and, like, you're here now and you can do and be these things.
Exactly.
Like, you can do what you want. And, of course, like, we'll give you advice. Like, I'm down to give you some advice, right? Like, if something's not working, hey, we can make a shift here. We can make a shift there. But if you really... And it goes back to what you were saying, Humberto, of just, like, kind of having that animalistic instinct of, like, I want this. Like, I'm going to attack it and I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like super, super moved. I feel like our country does have this beautiful thing, which is like, I feel like Black culture, African-American culture has influenced the popular culture so greatly that's really, that there's a lot for us to learn there as far as how they did it. And it's polarizing, but like some of the most polarizing artists that are influencing the culture towards being subversive are Black and African American, and they're setting a certain standard for us. And like when I saw Bad Bunny come out, my brother's a men's merchant, so he thinks about things in the macro a lot. And when we saw Bad Bunny come out, both of us were like, bro, that is like that kid is without argument a genius. Like not just a good musician, but what a smart way to handle himself in the public eye, knowing, right, that he's like subversing certain masculinity trends.
Exactly.
At the same time as purporting them.
Bro, and that's incredible. 100%. I mean, by the way, slight flex, I'm seeing Bad Bunny tomorrow in concert.
Wow.
So it's
lit. Just a real slight flex.
Nah, but besides that.
Dime socio quién tú eres. A ti no me pagan, a mí no me pagan los biles.
Benito.
Yeah, but you know, like it's interesting that you bring that up.
I ride with Bunny.
Yo, Conejo Malo, man.
Yo, Conejo Malo's crazy. He's crazy, but he really is though. Like I mean, there's certain things he's doing. It opens the doors because like I feel like Americans, like the straight American, is looking at that and they're thinking to themselves like, "Yo, this guy's like really artistic." Like in their minds, they're not comparing him to like kind of like the stereotypical Latino. Like they're kind of thinking about, in my eyes, like I feel like they might be thinking about Drake. They're thinking about they're thinking about like the Yays. Like they're thinking about people who are out there kind of like I feel like people are putting him in a conversation where they're like, he's a great artist.
Yeah.
Like he's not like a Latino artist. He's a great artist. Because I hear mad white people listening to those songs. And they are not translated. They're not translated.
He's like, I don't know what he's saying, but I love it.
Yeah, he's transcending he's transcending culture.
People feel him. I see people like I see people a lot banging on his music, and it's not Latinos banging it. Like I see people listen.
Not even that. Look what Homeboy is doing now. He was on WWE for like a good little minute.
He was out
just
here wrestling
and like kind of nice with it. Like it wasn't like he was just so like he was like doing these flips, these tricks, like tables, ladders, and chair matches.
He was in Puerto Rico like freaking frog splashing off the bed and shit. Like
yo, and he did And he killed Narcos too, didn't he?
Yeah, he was in Narcos Mexico. He got like another acting gig now too. Like
the train movie. Bullet Train. Yeah, he's gonna be in that. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
he's on the 6 train. He's on the 6 train. Brad Pitt going crazy.
Yep. I definitely feel like that's what we're trying to see, and even right now, like to harken back to the first question you were asking me about, like how's it been? And I feel like that's one of the biggest things. Is I told my team, I was like, okay, from now on, like there's no negotiating. Like if it's not cast, if me doing it isn't going to bring shine to Latinos, if me doing it is in any way going to be a continuation, then like we're done with that. Because from here we're building. And it's better for me to go bartend and hold out for the build than be like messing around putting any bad you know what I'm saying? Any bad look on us. That happens to us all the time too, that we see somebody get an opportunity and then like the next thing you see them in, it's like we're right back to, right back to Cartelero
stereotype casting.
Yeah, exactly. And there's mad shows right now, like as far forward as we're going. I mean, I hate to say it, but there are mad shows right now that have that they're like trying to tout they have a Latino cast, but everybody's playing a Cartelero. And you're like, well, you're like, that's dope. I mean, but it's like, how many times are we going to get seen like choking out women and children? Like that's not what we do.
Yeah,
right.
That's 100%. That's facts.
That's why I love, even like the animated movie like Coco.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Coco, I love that shit.
Coco is dope.
Dude, I was crying.
Yeah,
bro.
I was crying, bro.
Yeah.
That was the same year my grandma died, so that hit me hard. That hit me hard.
Coco's the one. I feel for that uncle that's about to be forgotten halfway through the movie. I feel deep, And man, what a good villain too. No, that movie's like that's exactly what we're talking about. Like that movie, just like Bad Bunny's music. It's like I saw mad Americans, like just normal. I say normal, just like non
toxic
Latino
Americans.
Yeah, exactly. Like I saw them and they loved Coco. And then also I'm like, Coco had some parts that maybe were like fantasized Latino type John, but all in all, it's like this is a great representation of how I look at us.
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like this is a beautiful representation of how I look at us.
Yeah.
And if you look at it as an art piece, like it's actually a really beautifully written movie. And you spend a lot of it in a trip underneath the ground, in purgatory.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it is crazy. And also
Encanto
was beautiful too. Like
Encanto,
I still have to watch that.
Encanto was incredible.
It's on Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
Say
less.
I know.
I love that. And I love that Disney's tapping into like Mexican culture, now Colombian culture with Encanto. Like, I hope that they continue to kind of touch on everybody that's out there, because we're getting represented, and also there's little pockets of it. Like you have the Mexicanos of what they did with Coco, and now with Colombia with Encanto.
You know why that's so funny to me? Because it just reminds me of that scene from Fast 5 where Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel are like they're beefing, right? He's like, "Oh, you thought this was like America? Like this is Brazil." And then they all pull out the guns. I'm like, that's fucked up. Like no, like we like I get it, like okay, but at the same time it's like, yo, like not all Brazilian, like we're actually really nice. Like come on. Like, cause I'm half Brazilian, half Peruvian, so I got all like the South American in me. So it's just like I get it. Like South America, like
has a bad rap for
it does, but it sucks
we
because.
Do. Yeah, we do have a bad rap, man. But it's like it's different when the government's terrorizing your people than just like your random neighbor goes shoots up a high school.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Like people here overlook the fact that we have like we all are so well versed on this. I'm not gonna preach, but like they overlook that we like neighbors with homegrown terrorists all over.
Yep. Straight up.
Like they all over and and they're in the open. And we set and look, I'm not saying anything about it. It's like I'm just making the observation.
Right.
Yeah.
They're all over. Like we need to see more movies about that. and then I want the cop or the detective that's like discovering, and I want the interviewers to be like Latino and black.
Yo, chill. We're pandering.
Yeah. Chill. Pandering. Stop. You're pitching, bro. You're pitching.
Yo, let's write this. Let's write this script.
Yeah, no, it's like but we about to get on this, man. And honestly, I feel like the good acting opportunities for white dudes, like I feel like Paul Dano's hitting that. Like that sweet spot right now, where like the country needs him more than ever. If he's down to represent what's going on out there.
Yeah. Him in Prisoners, and then him as the Riddler. Dude, like,
Did you guys ever see Escape at Dannemora?
I have not.
He got on his like young Marlon Brando on that one. He's
I heard. I saw people promoted that like, because of the Batman. Yeah.
What was it called again?
He holds Escape at Dannemora down. Like he is so he's completely different though. He's like I can't say leading man. He is like your sympathetic lead though. Like he's like you really feel for him deeply. He's amazing.
It's with Benicio del Toro.
Oh, word?
Yeah, but he got like but Paul went the other direction for this one. Like he was kind of jacked. I was like, yo.
It's like Paul Dano jacked?
I'm gonna see a picture of this. Hold
Word.
on.
Like,
he actually does. He looks so for real? He looks so different. Holy fuck.
Yeah, they gave him that. He had that short hair look too. Like he just like walked out the barber.
Yeah. He walked out of Great Clips.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you.
Supercuts.
I'm a sucker for a jail flick, man. Like,
yo, did you like Prison Break?
Yeah, I have to see this.
Of course, man. It was funny. My brother, when he was a kid, man, that was his show. He was always like, bro, if you go to jail, man,
I got you.
Forget. I'll
tattoo
I'll get that tattooed on my back.
I'll tattoo the map on my back.
Yeah. He said, I'll tattoo the map on my back and we will break out of there, bro.
This is Paul Dano?
Yeah, that's Paul Dano.
This is Paul Dano?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Range.
That's Mr. Breathes Hard, bro.
No, but he's such a good actor, man. I fucking love Paul.
He's
good.
He's a wild actor.
To link back to what you mentioned about Bad Bunny earlier, about how he's subverting all this stuff. It's so interesting to see how generationally, like how certain like prejudices or certain mentality like gets passed down. And it's like almost seamless. Like it's like these dudes grow up and they don't even realize that they think like that. Like there's some dudes that work that are Latino. Don't. Yeah, there's some like I remember this dude. I have never met him before. Like this is the first time I meet. He works on a different shift, and he's like, and like Bad Bunny was playing. And he was like, man, I don't even let my son listen to Bad Bunny. I'm like, why? He was like, cause he be wearing dresses and shit. Like that's not right. So
no.
He's like, he was kind of saying like he was a disgrace, like kind of like he made us look bad, and I'm like, and I just looked at him.
You're making us look bad.
Okay,
remember when Anuel got tight at Bad Bunny too? It was like, yo, like what are you doing? Like support him. Like why don't y'all support? Like he's Bad Bunny supporting you, bro. Yeah. He always ride with you. Bad Bunny didn't even comment on it.
Yeah,
if
it makes you uncomfortable, you have to take a step back and reassess because like none of this is affecting you personally, bro.
Right.
Like
dude, my man wants to wear his tutu, man. Like we ride.
Go ahead, we ride, bro. Like if he wants to put
nail polish.
Go ahead.
Guess what? It don't mean you gotta wear nail polish.
Yeah,
like he's lyrically still like he's tearing away at beats.
Yeah,
and he's just on the toxic tip as much as any other like
he be saying some shit, bro.
Like he's wild, man, and I don't know, Anuel too, like, I don't know. Like all these dudes do whatever they want, man. Like wear chokers, do your thing. Like let's nobody say anything about Mick Jagger, man. Like dude's walking around literally in Limited 2 and Forever 21 vibes,
bro. And not just that, Tommy Lee. Remember Tommy Lee wearing eyeliner?
Yes.
Like
and nobody's but nobody says a thing, bro. Like, and I see like 50 people walking around Hoboken today, like dressed in the Mick Jagger, and they wouldn't think a thing about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they got the Mick Jagger look.
It's crazy because the I guess the masculine.
I'm not coming for Mick, by the way. He's heat.
Right. Shout out to the Rolling Stones, bro. But like,
I got the move.
That's not even Mick Jagger.
All right, Adam.
That's like Spider-Man. Like, I love Led Zeppelin. Like, no.
Yeah, right, I know. My fault, guys.
It's cool. It's cool. No, but you
moves like Jagger. We just went like that. Like we really went underneath the ground. Like I'm very.
Sorry if I embarrassed anyone. Jesus.
No. Chill. Like,
no, we're joking.
It was a reference point.
I know you're joking.
Nah, but
joking.
in terms of Bad Bunny, like I love how he's like tearing away at the masculine, like
hell yeah,
that machismo thing, because it's like, bro, like it does nothing to benefit you but make you look like controlling and X and Y and Z and stuff.
And guess what, right? Like he supports the Puerto Rican people so much.
Yeah.
So it's just like, really, you're gonna shame a dude for giving back to the people, like where he grew up, like the barrios, like, man. Come on now. I fucking love Puerto Rico. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, I got a lot of love for Puerto Rico myself, because my brother and I had we are basically, I would say now our brother, but we met a young man from Puerto Rico right when he moved here named Andres. And he became our boy. And of course, when he moved into the house, we were initiated into like the Latino drill movement. Like my brother and I, like, except for certain things, we never went back. We're like, yo, this stuff, because it's like our music. The funny thing about our music right now is that it's harder. Like it's like it really, like the things they rap about is like they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're saying all the same stuff, but like with Adderall. Like they're
because Don Omar wasn't rapping like this.
Yeah, like Towers,
Don Omar wasn't rapping like this. Shout out to Daddy Yankee too. He's not like on this shit like that. Like how these younger
Daddy Yankee's chilling on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he's one of the Godfathers, bro.
Like, him,
Don Omar, for sure.
They're cool enough.
We sing en Yandel.
Weezy and Yandel. W.
Me estás tentando.
Yo, that shit is lit. Yo, Gilberto, when we out? Brr. It's cold outside, yo.
Bro, this man Maluma said Tego Calderon was his apprentice because he's such a narco these days.
Oh.
I was like, yo, dude. I was like these guys are really on some right now. Like,
bro, that's this. Like, Tego is one of the goats, bro.
I was literally like, I was sitting there listening to all these different things, and I was just like, man, our culture right now is like on such a explosive, fun moment. I'm excited to see where we're gonna go, because
man,
I do feel like a lot of people bring up Latino artists to me that aren't Latino, and they bring them up to me like, yo, have you heard of this person? Have you done this? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo.
Wait, for example, who do they bring up?
People have brought up Maluma, Anuel, Bad Bunny. They bring up God, what's the group that just came out? The Young Colombianos, man.
Wait, but are you saying like people bring this up to you in what sense?
They didn't just come out, but like somebody was just bringing up to me Bomba Estéreo, like, so, and put me on.
Oh, I know.
Yes, someone just putting me on Bomba Estéreo, and I was like, yo, man, like our stuff is out there, and like it's like being recommended to me as if I'm not Latino. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like if I was, like, that's what I mean. Is like as if I wasn't on it at all. And some of the stuff I wasn't on.
So do you think that's cool? I feel like that's cool though. Like when somebody else puts me on to like,
or they're like, hey, do you know about this?
Yeah,
like
exactly. Don't put me onto no mainstream.
Have you heard about empanadas, bro? Like,
dude, one of my boys, he's a young ally, man. But my man walks up to me, he's like, yo, have you seen this movie Lingua Franca? And he's like, it's this movie by a Latina, and I don't know. He had the whole recommendation for it. I hadn't known anything about it. So I'm actually plugging that movie right now too.
So make sure you plug. Yeah, make sure you guys go watch that.
Lingua Franca.
Yeah. Gilberto, but before you know we start wrapping things up, right? What is the next movements? Like, obviously you don't got to go into detail about, you know, what it is you got coming up next, unless you do, like, unless you want to plug that in, of course. But in terms of like where you see yourself in like a few years, you know, and like what's the goal here?
Well, look, with you guys, I'm gonna be candid. I'm gonna be honest. My first and foremost is like I'm waiting by the phone. I do believe in my heart that like that Officer Martinez, I don't know in what capacity, has more to do in Gotham. I believe that in my heart. Now I haven't been told a word, but I do feel like words have power, and I'm hoping that they will call again so I can continue, kind of try to put a bow tie on it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I built a lot for it, and I'd like to. I'd be honored to continue. I feel like this was like a really special universe that Matt Reeves built, and more than anything, it's like I feel like as a young artist, it would be that the ideal would be to continue working with my big bros. Like they're just good dudes. They make me feel good, and I do the kind of thing that I love to do when I'm around them. But on the other side, what I'm trying to do the most is make sure that like these little moments of platform that come, these little moments of like, because obviously it elevates me a bit as an artist, and I'm trying to really turn that around. And like me, my brother, and my partner, the three of us kind of are really, really actively working towards a production company.
Yes, sir. I was just thinking that in my head.
Yeah, focused on first generation Latino stories. Focused on, I think one of our biggest things is like we're trying to get the youth out the house. We're trying to get the youth taking risks. We're trying to get the youth we're just trying to get the youth up and hopeful,
getting off the streets and having a resort to drugs and resort to violence.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Like, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like our culture, like now more than ever, like,
Yo, I'm back. Gil is back.
Yo, I'm back. Now I'm on my girl's phone. Yo, her phone's so much nicer than mine. She got 13. Where did I cut off?
You was gonna spit some shit. You was about to spit some fire. Hold on, let's press record first so you could do it. All right, there you go. And then we'll wrap up.
So what I was saying was that I'm very, very, very much focused on this production company my brother and my partner and I are working on. And we're focused on first generation stories. And right now we're really, really working on getting a script off the ground about a first generation family coming up in Union City. And the two kids of the family, siblings, brother and sister, kind of like their struggles as they're trying to make it into a professional sport. Which I can't reveal any of those details because we got it kind of like deep NDA. But I actually have a meeting for that. I actually have a meeting for that like in an hour, and that's one of the big focuses that I got going on is like I really, really, really feel like I grew up with no stories. Like I would see like Irish first generation stories, Italian first generation stories, all sorts of everybody's first generation stories. But in a country with like over 30% Latinos or whatever a huge number is, people say over half in 20 years, we have no like legitimate first generation stories except for Selena's.
Yo,
wow, that's like pop culture. You mean that's like in the mainstream?
Yeah, if y'all want a good film, though, if y'all want to, sorry to cut you off, Gilberto, but if y'all want a good film, watch Goal. You ever watch Goal? Yeah. That's why I had to bring it up.
That's a good plug right there.
Yes,
that's
sir.
a good plug right there. We add that to Lingua Franca right there.
Plugging everything.
But yeah, that's kind of like, that's my main focus because I feel like, you know, I'm in a position now where it's like I can spend more time acting. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of our decisions, it's like, I don't know, you know, sometimes my team's trying to like convince me to do things like kind of like for money. But it's like I got to tell them like, yo, man, like this is bigger than me, man. I'm one of the few Latinos that's doing something. Like this is much bigger than me. And like letting down the family, letting down the scope, the people who are coming because they feel represented, like that's not an option.
Yeah.
Not for a couple bucks. Like so that's like the main focus. And I'm really trying to cultivate relationships with independent filmmakers because I feel like the clear next steps are like, you know, we look at people like Riz Ahmed and And I mean, let's just use that one example. I feel like in the grand scope of things, like I know that there have to be, and I'm trying to continue connecting with them, Latino filmmakers specifically, who are trying to get work off the ground and are trying to further complicate and make more comprehensive the way that we're viewed in this country. Yeah. So I do feel like it's become kind of like it's an art form, but it's also like it's an act of political rebellion in a lot of ways. Like I want to get the word out about us. I love our people. I think we're beautiful, and I admire other people's. And I feel like it's only fair that the same way we admire and emulate and love, and because we show freaking love. Like
absolutely.
We're very we're very emotions based human beings.
Yeah.
Like we that's how we are.
We're passionate about.
We are
what
passionate,
we do,
exactly.
No, like we show up to concerts, we buy CDs, we buy albums, we ride or die. Like we're just like, I don't know. I feel like we deserve that same comprehension.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like because I'm like amongst that first wave of actors trying to break into this place and take a little bit of the pie, I feel like it's even more important than any like personal ambitions. I feel like it's got to go next level for our people. It's just it's got to.
So
it's got to.
Absolutely.
So the next generation can't be like asking themselves like, yo, like why are these actors changing their names? Like, should I be doing the same thing? Like I don't want them to have any of those questions. We done with those questions. We done changing our names.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
We done dropping. We done dropping Latino surnames. Like we done pretending and then blaming it on other people. That's bull.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking facts, but
straight up, man.
Gilberto, 3 things before we let you go here. One, thank you so much for taking the time, especially right before, an hour before you have to go for a meeting, and you take the time to talk to us. Like, we really do appreciate that, because that means the world to us.
We're gang. We all must connect on the social.
Yeah.
And when that movie comes out, when that movie starts getting made and stuff, feel free to come on here and talk about it with us. Man.
Yeah, you guys, my boys, man. We blood now.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, baby.
Yes, sir. De lo
mío. Right, dude.
De lo mío.
So then, 2, right? Best of luck with the pitch, because we are all hoping for the same thing, right? We want to start getting more and more production companies going for Latinos, more Latino artists to become, and that's what we want to do too, right? That's why we started this whole podcast. We're like, yo, we're Latinos, and one other person who's not Latino, but he's cool people.
Shout out to Eunice, shout out to Yemen. Let's go.
Yeah, shout out to Yemen, but he's still minority.
Yeah.
Still gang.
Exactly. Yeah. So nonetheless, like, we wanted to create this podcast and be able to talk to people like yourself, right? Like, yeah, of course, would we want to talk to, more people that are in the industry? Of course, but we also want to talk to people that like relate to us, that we can relate to them. So that's why it was super crucial to have this conversation with you, because 1, you were speaking facts, and 2, you're a cool ass dude. So like, right, we're vibing.
Yeah, man.
And then, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just said we out. I agree.
And then the third and final thing, right? So since you were and are chilling with the villains, you do need a villain name to sign you off. Like, who is that one pop culture? It could be any kind of villain that you're like, yo, that's my alter ego.
Like, does it have to be an established villain? Because the word Afterburner just came to mind.
Afterburner? I mean, if it's something you create.
I'm about to be Burner, dude. I'm about to be Burner.
Burner.
Like, I feel like Burner's kind of like a politician by day, and it's kind of like an AOC type by day, and then by night, Burner focuses on the Batman kind of like aggression, like just finding gangs and just trying to beat up all of them at once. You know that first scene where Batman beats up like 10 dudes, and the little dude looks at him and runs away.
He's like, "Don't hurt me." He goes, "Don't hurt me."
I feel like that's like Burner's up to that at night. He's like he's looking around for those like Batman has to pull Burner off.
Batman's like,
so the Union City
Burner.
So the dude that's going like, "Please don't hurt me," Burner still hurts him. Like, that's the difference between him and Batman. Like, Batman's like, "Yo, chill. Like, you're kind of wild."
Nah. I gotta burn him.
Because Burner's got that like kind of like misplaced Latino aggression that like. So Burner, it's just is a little out of control, like unwieldy.
Yeah,
and it's how it goes, and it's how it goes. And I also think I also think Burner's a cipher king.
Hey, yo,
Let's
so so he could just like smoke you in a safe, like that's it. It's like, yo, I don't want no beef, but like, let's go, put on a beat.
Let's go right now.
Put on a beat.
Yeah, word.
See what's about to happen.
He'll hit you. Burner hits you like, remember when Wilmer Valderrama did Yo Mama?
Oh my god.
Yo, tu madre,
Tu madre.
That's the villain I'm gonna be. The guy who got Yo Mama jokes on deck.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he be
my
burning
No,
you,
but-
bro.
Yo,
He
he
be
be
like,
burning you,
yo,
burner.
look
The
at
burner.
you.
Yo.
What are those?
Yo, but for real though, like, how about Harvey Dent?
I like that.
Oh, okay.
I like that a
Two-Face,
lot.
bro. Yo.
Yeah, dude. Frustrated politician, tried to do right, got burned in the end.
Ooh.
It all comes back to burn, bro. It all comes back
All
to
comes
burn.
back. All
Yo.
ties in.
Burner!
Yo, pitch it to Matt. Pitch it to Matt. See what he says.
Yo, word.
Yo, Matt, I gotta talk to you, man. 2 words. Burner boy.
Burner boy.
Burner boy.
Let's-
Yo, isn't that an actual artist?
That's an artist. That's a Nigerian artist.
Exactly. I tell him, I said, Matt, let's get this paper.
Yo, he comes up to Bruce. He's like, yo, I'll kill you in the safe right now, Bruce. What's up? What you
Okay.
got?
Yo, Bruce.
He said, Bruce, 16 right now on this outfit. Let's go.
Hit me with your best 16.
What do you mean?
Yo,
Just
what do you
literally
mean?
show up, dude.
Totally, bro.
Show up, arms folded, call him out right away.
Tu madre.
Aha, Batman, I've got you now. I am Burner
Yo, yo,
Boy.
You my guy, man. You my guy. Put 32 on this.
Yo, that's
Yo,
incredible.
take a hook.
See
You see the hook? Yo, get Batman to do ad libs.
Yo, we got all like the
He said-
Arkham
He
Asylum
say
inmates.
vengeance.
Just say vengeance.
Vengeance.
Vengeance every 5 minutes.
He
goes, vengeance. That's it. That's my brother's favorite joke. My brother walks up to me, kind of grabs my face, and he goes, "Who are you under there?" And like turns around and grabs his own face as if like he's now Batman, and he goes, "Vengeance."
That's incredible, dude. Yo, we're watching it. Mark and myself are watching it again a little bit later. So
Let's
it's
go.
definitely going to be more entertaining now seeing Mr. Bigote on screen. So
Third.
Oh,
Officer
Burner boy.
Officer Burner Boy.
Officer Burner Boy.
That's all about I'm going to think
you
about
guys,
now.
yo.
Yeah,
But
thank you, man.
yo, thank you again for coming through, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
We
love
hope
it.
you had as great of a time as we did.
I did.
And yeah, man. So we are super excited to see what happens next in your career. Feel free to hit us up anytime, man. Whenever you want to come through to the studio, we got this dope, awesome studio.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you could feel free to come whenever it comes out on HBO Max. The Batman, like come through. We
Let's
can
do it
kick back
again.
and watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
for sure, man.
I'll come to Mount Vernon.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Come
sir.
through. Actually, I
Let's
don't,
go.
guys. I don't live in Mount Vernon. I don't know where I live, so no one can be in Mount Vernon. But
All right.
thanks so much for coming through, and make sure
Oh,
you come through
I'll
next
come-
week. What's up?
Mount Vernon's where I live.
Yeah.
yeah.
Burner boy, yeah.
Yeah, yo. All right, King.
All right, yo.
All
Make
right,
sure to
man.
come
Good
through
luck.
and chill.
Thanks, my
Yo.
kings. I'm gonna take this love with me to the meeting, yo. I can
Oh,
already
yeah.
tell I got good energy on
Yeah,
me,
for
man.
real,
Yes,
man.
sir.
When I
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sweat
rolling
them,
with
man.
that Yen, Mark, and JB on me.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
you
be
got
good.
it, man. De
Yo.
verdad, you got it, man.
Yo, best of luck, man. Yo, wish you all the best. We'll talk soon, all right?
All right, yo.